Catwoman. It's been a long time. Where's the Riddler? Tell me where the Riddler is right now. Where's the Riddler? Where is it? Where's the Riddler? Where is he? Where's the Riddler? Where is he? I'm sorry I yelled at you. I love you. I love you. Don't leave me. No. No. I miss her already. Maybe we'll never find the Riddler. Or maybe I'm the Riddler. What's black, blue, and dead all over? I don't know. What? You. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Or we're one and the same. I am vengeance. I am Batman, and I can kick Superman's ass. Yes, you can, Batman. Yes, you can. I got this at the AMC movie theater that I went to see the Batman. It's a collectible popcorn holder, and now it is mine. I decapitated Batman myself. So, I guess someone can kick Batman's ass. And that someone is her. So, yeah. I didn't decapitate Batman, it was her. So, the Batman. Finally got to see it. Man, what a disappointment. It was probably the most disappointed film I've seen all year. It is the first film I've seen in theaters of 2022, and it's disappointing. It's the worst Batman yet. I'm kidding. No, this was a great Batman movie. I loved it. After finishing, no, even during watching the Batman, I was like, I think I love this movie. And then after finishing watching the Batman, I was like, oh yeah, I love this movie. And I really want to watch it again. So, yeah. This is a great Batman movie, and it's freaking insane. So, yeah, the Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, who did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, movie called Let Me In, I believe, and he did a movie with David Schwimmer. So, this is the ideal director for the Batman, and it's great. It's great. I've been a big fan of Matt Reeves, since Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I love those movies. I love the modern Planet of the Apes trilogy, and what Matt Reeves brought with Dawn and War was so good and so great. I mean, I am biased. I mean, the main character is named Caesar, so I'm obviously a monkey. So, But, yeah. And I was very excited to hear Matt Reeves was going to be directing, this new Batman solo movie. And, yeah, it sucks. Ben Affleck wasn't able to do his Batman movie, but, it is what it is. But, Matt Reeves is like the perfect person to do a Batman movie, and then Robert Pattinson got cast as Batman. Now a lot of people didn't like that. I, for one, loved it because he is a great actor. One of the best of his league. And and people associate him with Twilight. Of course, I think that will be something a lot of people will remember him for always, for Edward Cullen. I was team Jacob, so but yeah, uh, there's preconceived notions about Robert Pattinson. Same, the same happened with Heath Ledger, with Ben Affleck, with a lot of actors. Hugh Jackman when he was cast as Wolverine. Um, you know, who else? A lot of people. A lot of people were doubted. Like, oh, it shouldn't be Batman. But you know what? Screw them. Because they were wrong again. Because Robert Pattinson is amazing and great as Bruce Wayne / Batman. I mean, the way he plays Bruce Wayne and Batman is so distinct and unique and different from previous iterations of Batman. I still think my personal favorite Batman is still Christian Bale. But who knows? That could change. But yeah, his Bruce Wayne is very. He's he observes. He's an observer. He observes a lot, and he's not someone who displays a lot of. When he's Bruce Wayne, he's not a super emotional person, but when he does, it's something. It's something. He turns to something else. This is probably the angriest Batman we have ever seen. And Robert Pattinson killed it in the role. He was great. If you're not convinced, if you weren't convinced by Robert Pattinson being Batman, I beg you to go watch this movie and then see what you think afterwards. If not, then you're a bitch. I've been a fan of Robert Pattinson, although I had a preconceived notion of Robert Pattinson years and years ago because everyone associated him with Twilight. It's like, ugh, pretty boy, you disgust me. I spit on you. Pooh! I stole that from PewDiePie, and but the stuff outside of Twilight, he's great in. He was great in the Harry Potter movie he appeared in, The Goblet of Fire. He was very charming and fun. He was great in Tenet. I loved him in that. He's great in this movie called Good Time, directed by the Safdie brothers. And, he's genuinely a great actor, So, the people, actors who have been associated with Twilight are not terrible actors. I mean, Kristen Stewart. I mean, she's a great actress. She really is. So, and, it's, Robert Pattinson, he's playing another bad boy, Bat Boy. And, he's great in the role. But yeah, the movie itself is so different from previous Batman movies. It really is a crime mystery detective movie. Have you ever seen David Fincher's Seven or Zodiac? It's very much akin to those films. A lot of people have brought up Chinatown, a movie I haven't seen yet, but yeah, people have compared it or have said Chinatown has been an influence on this film. I think even Matt Reeves has said it was an influence. But yeah, this movie is this very, very long movie, which I will say you could feel the length of it, but overall, after the movie was finished, I was like, I want to go back and watch it again. Despite it, I don't really, care about the length of movies. But if I'm gonna be honest, I felt the length. Now that could be because maybe I was tired, or maybe I don't know. But overall, that doesn't matter, because at the end of the movie, I wanted to go back and watch it again because it's so good. This movie is so different and so unique. Matt Reeves, he was able to do something, different and unique with Batman. Which I was curious about. How there's been so many Batman. Michael Keaton, Adam West, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck. It's like, how you gonna make it different? And Bruce Wayne, Batman, literally everyone in this movie, Catwoman, Riddler, are so unique and different from previous iterations, and I really enjoyed that, and I love that. The Riddler, he's the main villain of the film, played by Paul Dano, and he's great. He's probably, he's one of my favorite villains in a superhero movie, that's for sure. Paul Dano as the Riddler is so good. He's great. He's terrifying. He's great. He's you get scared of this guy. You feel how you can see how psychologically disturbed he is. This is one fucked up guy, and yeah, and the Riddler. I've always wanted to see the Riddler be the main villain of a Batman movie again. I mean, the last time he was the main villain of a Batman movie, it was Batman Forever, and that leaned more on the goofy side. And then there was rumors that the Riddler was going to be the main villain of The Dark Knight Rises, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. That never happened. And so I was like, when I heard the Riddler was going to be the main villain of, this new iteration of Batman, that got me very excited. So, I was hoping for greatness with the Riddler, and that's what I got. Because, it's definitely one of my favorite villains in a superhero movie. So he was great. He was definitely the highlight for me, or one of the highlights for me of this movie, because this movie has a lot of highlights. Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, he was great. And his relationship with Batman is like has a real strong focus on it. And yeah, it's very much a detective, partner in solving crime type story, and I really appreciated that, because it was really a movie about Batman and Jim Gordon solving this crime together, along with Catwoman, and Jeffrey Wright. I've loved him since watching him or being introduced to him in the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and he's great as Jim Gordon. So, and I would say different and unique from previous iterations. Catwoman, played by Zoe Kravitz, she's great. She brings her own take on Catwoman. She's very, she's very, like, a chillax Catwoman. Catwoman is, a very chillax character. They're like, ooh, baby. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Catwoman's very badass, very cool. Zoe Kravitz, I loved her performance in this movie, and I thought she was great as Catwoman. Colin Farrell as the Penguin, he's very much like the way he plays the Penguin is, you would think, oh, this is a character from a Martin Scorsese movie. That's how he played them, in my interpretation. But yeah, he was a lot of fun. He's definitely different take from Danny DeVito's Penguin. and he's very much a mobster. Not yet the penguin that we all know and love, but he's getting there. He's getting there. I very much enjoyed his performance. You know, even though I thought he was a little teensy bit over top in brief moments, but other than that, it's like I was like, he was great, as the Penguin, very different, very unique, a lot of fun, and totally fits within the world of the Batman. John Turturro's in this. He plays Carmine Falcone. I this was he was very much playing like a more than Scorsese type gangster character as well, and I enjoyed his performance a lot, and he was a lot of fun. Cinematography, Greg Fraser, who did the cinematography for Dune, which I loved, was great as well. The production design of the Batman is, Gotham is the Gotham in the Batman is so grimy and brutal and infested with just ugliness all over it, and I loved it. It's a very it's it's very akin. There was a one critic review that said Gotham was like the best of Tim Burton's Gotham and Christopher Nolan's Gotham, and I agree. It has that gothic type of vibe in some ways, and then it's got that realism and the ugliness, but the Gotham and the Batman compared to the Dark Knight trilogy, Gotham is much more brutal and just grimy and much more deadlier. Yeah, and the costumes, Batsuit, Robert Pattinson's Batsuit, was pretty damn cool. I loved it. First time I saw it was the teaser when the first teaser trailer for the Batman came out. I was like, I don't know about this Batsuit, but then over time I got used to it and I got accustomed to it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a pretty great Batsuit. So yeah, the Batman is it's it's a 3 hour long movie. It takes its time, but it's necessary because this is very much an investigative type of film. You actually see Batman investigate, very thoroughly, and this is very much, if you love films like Seven or Zodiac, it's basically like those films, and I loved it. It was great, and yeah, and I believe, this is the first superhero movie of this year. What a way to start! What a bang! Yeah, and definitely, I can say confidently, this is one of my favorite Batman movies. Do I prefer it more than The Dark Knight? I don't know. I would have to. I want to rewatch the Batman before I decide if I like it better than The Dark Knight, because The Dark Knight is very much a high standard, but the Batman is, yeah, the Batman is great. But yeah, this is a very different type of Batman movie, and definitely one of the best. I would say one of the best DC movies, and one of the best superhero movies, in my opinion, of all time. Up there with the likes of The Dark Knight and Spider-Man 2 and I don't know, Captain America: The Winter Soldier and other such films, you know, in my opinion. But yeah, uh, I can't wait to see the Batman again, and then to see more of this world. You know, you know, hopefully, and I mean, I think a lot of people are going to see this movie because it's. I mean, the word of mouth on this movie is strong and great. So you know, can't wait for the second Batman movie by Matt Reeves, and then you know, can't wait to see this world expand with the HBO Max series, Gotham PD show, and then there's an Arkham Asylum show that they're doing, and there's this Penguin show. So, you know, it's very exciting. So yeah, uh, check out the Batman. It's great stuff. You'll love it. I guarantee. If not, then I'm gonna kick your ass for lunch money, cause I kick ass. You know, ain't that right? Psst, psst, psst. Isn't that right? Nope. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching my review of the Batman. Um, it's the first time I've ever done a movie review, I think. And tell me how I did. If I did shit, please tell me, because I want to know if I did shit. You know, if I did poo poo. So if you like this, like and subscribe, because I need validation. Because I love attention, and I love a good pat in the back and a spank on the ass. Kinky. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and hasta la vista, baby.